What's up, everybody? Good to see you in the stream today. So we're on a day 2 of the horse Mini-WCOOP. $2,200 up top. We're down to the final 118 players, and we're a little bit over average here. King Jack 9, and we got a 9 of diamonds coming in. Kind of feel like maybe we can at least call, maybe even make this play this a little aggro. So the 3 of clubs comes, doesn't help us. The ace of spades hopefully doesn't help him either. We're going to go ahead and see another card here. And we're just kind of busting out all over the place. So I think we're done with this hand. The time for folding in these stud tournaments is 5th Street, you guys. 3rd Street and 5th Street. Generally, if you call on 6th Street, if you have any chance of winning the pot, you should probably be calling on 7th Street as well. The pot odds just get so inflated that, generally speaking, in stud and really all the variants, if you're you know, the exception is Raz if you're like drawing to a you know, if you're drawing to a low and you're pretty sure that you're beat on 6th Street and you miss on 7th Street, you don't necessarily have to be calling on 7th. But I mean, it's the same principle. Pot gets so big, it kind of gets away from you, and it's a limit game. So by the time you're on 7th Street, you're usually getting you know, like 10-1 pot odds. You don't really have to be right that often. Oh my gosh. We got Hip Ain't Cheap in the stream. It's great to see you, man. It's been a long time. Let's go ahead and I'll just make the fold here. Thor sitting here making a completion with a 10 to 2 9s, an 8, a queen, and an ace. The queen's sitting out, though, so he only has to really worry about getting through us. Okay, we'll oblige, buddy. We'll oblige. Making the fold. Looks like we just got moved. Kind of like that last table we were at. What's up, Scoobs? Good to see you in the stream, bud. Got B. Roy. Thanks for the good luck wish, bro. Feels sketchy. Let's make the fold here. Our cards are live, but we're raising against a king, a jack, and 2 queens. I don't like the spot. Okay, so yes, technically it's completing into a king, a jack, and 2 queens. Technicality. You guys are always getting me on a technicality. Maverick, it's good to see you, man. I think we can wait. Safari Joe, great to see you too, man. Yeah, still in Canada. The Great Canadian Adventure is coming to a quick close, though. I think we're going to be leaving tomorrow. The WCOOP main is tomorrow, but I'm not going to be playing it. Still haven't gotten the word from Stars that I can get player-to-player transfers. So they're missing my buy-in tomorrow. And honestly, I've just got such a bad taste in my mouth over this whole Stars experience. But you know what? We got back on. That was the most important thing. We know what to do about it next next series. We know what to do next scoop. Gosh, we're just folding, waiting for the spot. Had plenty of hands that maybe we might have gone a little crazy with. Split 9s, and split 6s. But I think we're going to be able to find a better spot. This looks alright. Just have to get through Dr. Ganesha. Safari Joe, man. Today, 1 p.m. feels too early. I guess it's all relative. Okay, stud 8. Blinds are a little bit up. The game changes. Sounds like June is yelling at some neighbors.
She's very loud.
Yeah. You say hi to everybody? No.
Put it back. Let me see. Chloro. I'm drunk.
She's not.
I'm drunk, guys.
She's not.
So if I can slam. Give my vodka.
It's kind of tempting to try to steal. You can usually get through those bigger cards, 8 and 5, with a 7 showing. That was kind of tempting. Maybe I should have tried to steal with that. What's up, BJ? Good to see you in the stream, man. See what EEVGen was defending with there. 587. And Holy Guacamole had something pretty good too. Ace 4-6. So many people play these types of hands, guys. Ace 310. So many people look down at that and think, yes, this is the hand we're looking for. It's not. If the 10 wasn't showing, then maybe. Maybe. Don Casty here, breaking one of the unwritten rules of stud 8. It's kind of like how you don't want to open limp and no limit hold'em. You also don't really want to complete as the bring in. You want to go ahead and give other players a chance to steal, and then you go for a raise. Get 2 bets in there instead of the 1. Got SD Bub in the stream. Great to see you, man. SD Bub. Good afternoon. Hope that you're having a good weekend. Looks like Holy Guacamole was looking down up there with pocket jacks underneath. Split pot, split pot. Okay, this looks pretty good. The bring in is sitting out. We got a pair of 7s with a 6 showing. Even if bluffer comes in with a completion, I think I'm going to go ahead and make the raise. Wow, so he's just limping in. We're going to go ahead and complete. Play this one aggro. The 9 doesn't help us, you guys. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and check call. Two's alright. Really just check calling this whole... gosh. Yeah. Here's what we're doing. And we miss our low. We're looking at a pair of 7s. Brutal. So, for a half pot, it's worth making the call. Pretty hard to put them on something that we're not just getting scooped here. So that's frustrating. So EJ, generally when I take notes on other players, it kind of depends on it kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll type out an exact hand history. Put things in like bet a third pot really quickly on the flop with with an overpair, or bet half pot on flop and turn with absolute error. And sometimes I'll go that route. Other times I'll just say stuff like raise with all sorts of garbage, or super aggro, sticky. So it really just kind of depends on how I feel, what I'm doing. If I've got multiple tables up, I'm a lot less likely to take notes in the first place. Maybe we're supposed to call that. I don't think so, though. We're making the call hoping that a pair of 7s is going to take half the pot. We're never scooping. And the way that ran out, I don't think that 7s is taking half the pot. I think that we're looking at it sure looked like we were looking at 2 pair and a low. And it's a pretty big chunk of our stack there, so. Okay, back to limit hold'em. Thanks, JP. Thanks, JPB. He says good luck. Really appreciate the good luck wish, man. Hoping to put up a good score today. Time is running out. Running out of runway. Yes, trust me, it's a good fold. Pocket twos under the gun and an eight-way limit hold'em. It's a good fold. We got the moocher. Thanks for the get 'em Dutch. Appreciate that, man. Defending with a 5-4. Whiffing. Check folding. Next hand. All right. Okay. Let's hit something good. Here's a 10. That's something good. I think that the play here, the line is check, call, bet out on the turn. That's pretty ugly. Pretty beautiful, I mean. So, Monisla taking the drive the whole way. Not taking the foot off the gas pedal. That's a pretty uncomfortable little hand there, you guys. The ace of hearts puts us ahead of overpairs unless he has a heart. We got John Blaze in the stream. Good to see you, John. We also have Lolak. Great to see you, Lolak. Thanks for stopping by. Gonna try to make it a long one, man. Persuade by asking, take it home, Dutch. Good luck, good luck. Thank you, man. I'm gonna try. Let's make the fold here with 3-7 suited. So Monisla getting all crazy here. Jeff Jim, thank you for the run good, man. I think you sent it just in time for that last hand. We have a chip leader now who's over 1 million chips. Got some options with this hand. We can either raise and isolate, call, or dump it. All of those options feel wrong to me. We got an under the gun +1 aggro player who's not going to take his foot off the gas. I think we'll just get out of the way. Let him run into another wall. Really don't like going too full throttle in the limit hold'em and Omaha rounds. Yeah, good to see you, Mega Man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you being here on the Twitch stream. Make sure to click on the follow button, by the way, if it's your first time. It's a little heart button right underneath the video. And yes, Ross the Boss, we are in the money. Well into the money. Take a look at this hand that you're putting up, 40 good, Nate. You guys want to see a hand history with me? Let's take a look at it. Sound, right? All right, pocket nines early on in the tournament. You're looking at 86 big blinds deep, no antes. Well, let's talk about it. Pocket nines in the hijack. If everyone folds to you, I'd go ahead and take it for a raise. If someone raises, I'd go ahead and make a call and see a flop. This deep and this early, pocket nines, to me, seems more like a set mining opportunity. I mean, sometimes you might be able to take a pot post flop if your pocket nines are an overpair, but you don't want to get too crazy with the hand, given how deep you are. If someone's willing to put 86 big blinds in the middle of the table, chances are that pocket nines is not going to be the best hand. Now you got a couple of short stacks here. You got Kinsra, you got Boston Rules. Mix center. Maybe this is a sit and go. If it's a sit and go, it doesn't really change it that much. Let's. I'll stand by my advice here. So we got 2 limpers here. I think just make the call. So you make a raise. The raise is basically saying, okay, yeah, you think you got the best hand, which is you probably do. But you're betting an amount that's going to cause an avalanche of callers, just a domino effect of callers. The chances of being able to get this pot heads up or take it without a flop is pretty close to 0. You're going to get called by Huntfish, which is going to lead to Kerholt calling. So if you're going to make the raise, which I don't think you should, I think that you should just call and see a flop with these pocket 9s as deep as you are, and basically just set mine. If you're going to raise, then you should be raising more. You should be making it like 180, maybe 210, and the goal should be taking it without a flop or isolating Huntfish or Kerholt. So here you got pocket 9s against 3 opponents, which is really not what you want to do with pocket 9s. So hands like pocket 9s, pocket 10s, pocket jacks, pocket 8s, those hands play a lot better when you're up against 1 opponent or a lot of opponents. Where it starts not playing well is against 2 opponents and 3 opponents. So your bet kind of your pre-flop raise was just not enough to avoid kind of the worst pre-flop scenario with pocket 9s. So now what are you doing with it? I mean, I guess you're hoping to set mine again. Making a fold here in the main tournament. So let's see what happens. So you don't hit the 9. You don't have an overpair. You're up against 3 opponents on somewhat of a wet board. They're going to find excuses to call with hands like Queen Jack. They're going to they could easily have hands like Jack 10, Ace 10, King 10, Queen 10. If they have over cards like Ace Jack, Ace Queen, King Queen, then maybe they make the call. And this is also the kind of flop where if they have smaller pairs, maybe they'll call as well. They both check to you. At this point, I'm just abandoning ship and just checking. I'm done with the hand. We got this guy Mick Center making the 90 chip bet into 585. Well, no, into 405. So he's making a quarter size pot bet. Huntfish decides to go ahead and peel. Are you supposed to call here? Getting 6-1? No. You're only going to hit your 9 on the turn here. About 4% of the time. And half of those 9s are clubs, which aren't really clean outs for you. It's really, you're not really rooting for anything here. I guess if you're going to continue the hand, then maybe you check raise, but that just looks kind of weird. It would look a lot more like an overpair, where that's what you'd be trying to represent if you had fired out, got raised, and then re-raised all in. But I'm not saying that line is better than what you're taking here. I'm saying that if I'm in your spot, I'm just check folding. So you make the call, and let's see what comes on the turn here. So the turn comes a Queen of Hearts. Is that a good card for you? How is that a good card for you? I guess you can argue that it gives you a jack as an extra out. If I don't think that's enough to really turn this equity around. This is just not going anywhere. So again, I'm just thinking abandon ship. Check fold. They all check around. Do you get the jack? No, you get a 9. All right. Is this a good 9? Not really. It's not very clean. You are behind a Jack 10 and King Jack and Queen Jack. There's lots of combinations that one of these guys can have where your set of 9s is going to look pretty ugly against a straight. If you fire out a bet, what are you getting called with? Maybe you get called with 2 pair. But if they had 2 pair, if they had like a Queen 10, I think that you would have heard from him on the turn. So, bet here is one of those dark tunnel bets where you're just not going to get called with worse. I guess maybe 8-9. But shoot, look, 6-7 also got there. A value bet here doesn't really work because there's just not a lot of hands that are going to call any sort of value bet that you're not behind. So I think you just check here and hope that maybe Mix Center makes a value bet with 2 pair or makes a hopeless bluff with a busted flush draw. Huntfish goes all in. It's a fold. And you call. So I guess you're hoping that Huntfish was firing out 2,740 into 675 without a jack or without 6-7. I bet he doesn't even have 6-7. I mean, he has to have a jack, right? He does have a jack. So did you get unlucky here? Did you play this wrong or get unlucky? Well, I guess it was kind of unlucky for the 9 to come and give you exactly the hands you were looking for, and to give you enough of a reason to call this huge overbet. I mean, one thing to notice about this one, Nate, is that he's firing out 2,740 into 675 pot. So he's firing out 4 times the pot. This is in a hand where any jack makes a straight. Honestly, when you see those kind of overbets in this kind of board, you'd almost expect to see a queen, like a king jack, where he's hoping that you're calling off with a jack, hoping to get half the pot, or maybe he's. Yeah, his bet is definitely an overbet. It's not really. It's really going to push out almost everything except hands that he's just splitting with. So I don't really like his bet, but at the same time, it sure tells a strong story. And that story is, once upon a time there was a guy who started the hand with a jack. That's the story that bet tells. So when someone's firing out 4 times pot, and you're sitting here with 60th nut, the 60th nuts, it's probably time to lose the hand. So did you play it wrong or did you get unlucky? I would say a little bit of both. But I think that I would have played it differently every single street. Okay, interesting hand. Great learning experience. Definitely, you're doing the right thing, taking hands like that and trying to learn what you can from them, and thinking about them and thinking about how you could have played them differently. What do you think the guy behind you folded? I mean, I'm guessing that he had a 10. I think that you were behind the whole way. Not pre-flop. You were ahead pre-flop, kind of. Get back to Raz. Not much happened in the 08 round, you guys. Pretty much just folded. Didn't really get anything to play. Defended a big blind with a 2-3, 6 something. 2-3-6 jack and missed. So we're 49 of 80. got $34.95 locked up. Fold here. Buffer 102 making a completion with the ace into a 5. Doesn't really have to worry about that 6. Fritz is just AWOL. What's up, Carlos? Good to see you today. Thanks for the takedown wish, bud. So you got a little action in Doug Polk's WCOOP main tomorrow. Good luck in that sweat. $1.5 markup seems awfully high. Is he worth it? Yeah, he's worth it. He's worth it. No question that he's got a nice triple-digit ROI in that thing tomorrow. I think a 2.0 markup for him in that 10K WCOOP main would probably be fair. Okay, we got an ace and a 5 to get through here. Do we try? Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. They don't know we have a king. Mona's left. So aggro. So aggro. Okay, let's peel. Catch good. Mona's also catches good. And we catch bad. We can go ahead and get out of here. Great stud 8 hand, not so good of a Raz hand. Making the fold again. So, Boundless PL catching the king, Mona's catching the 2. And I gotta tell you guys, I don't really think that changes much. I guess Boundless firing out is just confident that he was ahead on 3rd Street and he's still ahead on 4th Street. Head on 4th. We've got the 8. And then we hope that Holy Guacamole caught a pair. Ugh. A bad 7. He did catch a pair. He did continue to drive, and we're back up with 300,000. So we're 32 out of 80. That much closer to the $1 million mark. And 40 good Nate, man, no problem at all. That's why I'm here. That's why that's why you're subscribed. I'm here to help anytime you got another one of those. And thanks for making it easy for me. Putting it in the little YouTube video is definitely the way to go. Wow, look at Bluffer 102 making the call here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make the call as well. How can I resist with the 10 in? Whoa, 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 whoa. 10-9, keeping on. Nice hand there, Boundless. Go get him. Bluffer, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? That was pretty ugly. That was pretty ugly. So it looks like Boundless must have paired his 5 on fourth, because otherwise I don't see him. I don't see him just calling that bet on sixth. So we find ourselves ahead on fourth. If Bluffer was completing light to begin with, he probably shouldn't be continuing here. He catches a 9, we catch a pair. We catch a 9, he catches a 3. And yeah, this hand just went to all sorts of shit. I think we're drawing dead. Believe we are drawing dead after that 6th street. Good to see you, Asdrubal. He just took that down with a jack, right? Jack 10, 6, 7, ace. Which means that Bluffer was coming in with a 7, 8, 9. I don't know if I would recommend that. I nuke your mom 17 months in a row. Thank you so much for resubbing and keeping this channel alive. And thanks for the good luck wish. Really appreciate that. I nuke your mom. Get these Twitch alerts going here. There we go. Thanks so much there, I nuke your mom. Really appreciate that. Thanks for keeping the stream going. Fritz Jr., welcome back to the table. Abandoning the 8, 5, 10. The game is now a stud. Aquabat, good to see you, man. Double gutter in the money hype. It's good to see you, double gutter. Yep, we are in the money. We've got the $40 locked up. And in the vault, 74 players away from from Mini-WCOOP glory. Holy guacamole seems more than happy to make this his Alamo. And this looks pretty good. 2 diamonds. All of our diamonds are live. We do have a queen dead and a 3 dead here, but I mean, queens in the middle. Or queens in the hole. Looks pretty good to me. Bluffer 102 here with an ace showing. Gosh, I kind of feel like if Bluffer decides to raise here, we can go ahead and re-raise. Isolate. Even if he doesn't, I think that we're just going to go ahead and raise. I'm ahead. Fritz Jr. hasn't been around for a while. Bluffer thinking about it. Decides to make the fold. Holy guacamole folds. And yeah, let's make the raise. All right. Well, that's kind of ugly. But we have 1-8 dead. I'm not going to just auto give him credit for trips here. Looking at putting up another 96,000 in the middle. Yeah, let's do it. There's our last queen. Yuck. So we did have the trip 8s. Maybe we just dump it on 4th. We had one of the 8s dead. So it kind of felt like we were looking at a spade draw with a pair of 8s. Okay, let's go ahead and make a completion here. Try to steal. Regular cat not having it. Now we have a pair of 8s, and he has a 4, 5, 6 on board. Decides to put it in the middle there, and we are ahead. Not anymore. Okay, guys, that's it for our horse. It's also it for the stream. I'm done. I gotta get packed up and get out of here. $40 in the bank. Maybe I'll order a pizza. Anchovy pizza. that sweet taste of a 69th place finish. Finished 68th of 1,419. Yeah, stud. Gotta love it. You guys have been awesome. Really appreciate it. We're gonna be back in Vegas sometime next week. I think we got TwitchCon. And then we'll be getting back to a more regular WSOP Nevada schedule. It's going to be nice to be back into the back in the desert, back in poker headquarters. I've been missing hanging out on WSOP Nevada. Definitely been missing how easy it is to get money in and out of there. And yeah, really appreciate you being here, guys. Thanks so much for joining us on the stream. I wish that we could have done a little bit better. But hell, anytime you walk away from a tournament up, you can't complain too much. Most of the time, you don't even get this deep. So I had a nice shot a couple of times this week, but GG. You guys have been awesome, though. Thanks for joining. And I'll see you sometime next week back in Vegas. So I'll catch you later.